Why is it so fucking hot? Why is air conditioning so expensive? Why did I choose the faux leather facial interface for my Oculus Rift? It's really gross. It's sticking to my face. Like, you know how when you're in a hot car with leather seats? Especially if you're shirtless. Like, if you just got done swimming and you get in there shirtless and your skin, like, fuses to the leather. Or even worse if it's plastic. If it's, like, vinyl. You're just going to become one with that car seat. That's all there is to it. And then when you peel your skin away from it, it's like pulling off a Band-Aid. It's like... Well, I guess this is just here now. Anyways, my dumb ass, my dumb, supple, shapely ass accidentally deleted the episode I did last night, so I have to do one today in a hurry. But the benefit to you is that you don't have to sit there watching me painstakingly complete the stage 1 of the dome. Because that's already done. So you get to watch the vastly more exciting filling of the dome with dirt. Lucky you! It's a little bit more riveting than watching paint dry. You know what I want from Oculus Go now? For it to have more of a reason to exist? There's two things I want. I want more ports of the early Rift titles, because they'll be less graphically demanding, and most of them are gamepad only. Like, can you imagine a Oculus Go port of Lucky's Tale or Edge of Nowhere, if that's even possible? I feel like it is. And feelings are facts these days, so they should just get on to porting that already. Look at those zombies. Too bad they can swim, otherwise I'd already be safe. I want proper scuba gear in this game. I don't want a fucking magic helmet. Anyways, the other thing I want from Oculus Go is ports of old PC first-person shooters. Like, imagine a Half-Life 1 port for mobile VR. That'd probably run fine on Gear VR as well. Or like, I mean, I have Quake 1 for VR. I don't see, nothing really prevents a Quake 2 port, it just hasn't happened yet. There's one for Rift, but there's not one for mobile VR. There's this Reddit user called named Dr. Beef who did a VR port of Doom and a mobile VR port of Quake. He's just got to get around to doing mobile VR ports of other games. There's a mobile VR port of Half-Life 1, but it's convoluted as hell to get running. It runs on a replacement engine called Zash 3D. It gets around the lack of source code being available. And you can run that on cardboard, but I'm not going back to cardboard. I'm just not. That's not happening. May as well stick my dick in a washing machine. Actually, that sounds pleasurable, so make it like a lawnmower or something. Probably that's not as fun. The old Alabama circumcision. Is making fun of hillbillies racist? It kind of feels that way. And that's like the last acceptable prejudice. But they're just poor people. And most of the funny stuff about them that they do is just because they're poor. They're not like prolific thieves or rapists or murderers. They just do goofy shit because they're drunk and on meth. I guess the meth heads are. Meth turns anybody into a monster. I think the depiction of heroin abuse on Lost for Charlie's character was really good. Like, shit! Couldn't you? No! Why does it take so long to kill a zombie with dirt? Oh god, I fucking hate zombies. Oh, I'm never going outside once this space is completed. But then again, I have to. I'm gonna have to do this all over again just to build the next dome. Fuck, what have I done? And why am I using dirt when it's 100% guaranteed that it's gonna take forever to get the silk touch pick? I still haven't Googled. I Googled other shit, but I didn't Google how to make grassy blocks, if that's even a thing. I remember it being a thing. If there's an easier way to get grassy blocks, I want to know about it. Put it in the comments. Do my work for me. So a lot of sci-fi deals with robot rights, and I'm against mistreating robots because if you mistreat something that serves you, it says a lot about you as a person, whether that's a robot or a waiter or what or like an animal. But why would we be dumb enough to make a robot smart enough that having a civil rights discussion about them even made sense? We're in control of how smart they get. They don't need to be sentient in order to do the kinds of jobs we want them to, do they? You don't need to have like thoughts about self and personhood in order to do chores and dishes and drive people around and shit. I mean, can you imagine if we freed our intelligent robot slaves only for them to make their own robots? And then those robots wanted freedom too? It's stupid. It's pointless. Let's just keep them dumb. But then again, that's kind of perverse because there's something we created. That's like saying, let's keep our children dumb so that they'll keep doing chores for us. Perhaps there's some not parrots, parents who think that way. I don't know. Sinister parrots. I love birds. They're so cute. Thank you, Internet, for showing me that birds could be cute. I also loved how much I love VR, because it takes away the self-consciousness of PC gaming. You can't really ignore how, shit your life is if you're sitting in front of a rectangle and you can still see your life all around it. But when you have VR on, you forget everything. It's better than being drunk, although I wouldn't know. I don't drink. Not for weird Mormon reasons or anything. Just, I don't like the taste of alcohol. It smells and tastes kind of like gasoline. Brings up a funny story though. I had one of the first smartwatches because of course I did, because that's what I prioritized. It's not anything practical, but just having gadgets early. And there was this. It was a Palm Pilot based watch that could sync with Palm OS, and there was a guy sitting across from me on his regular Palm Pilot, and I was like, "What? Well, what would happen if I tried to sync?" Because that's what Palm Pilots did. They had a synchronization feature with one another and with computers, where you could either connect them by cable or you had infrared, like the Game Boy Color. So I initiated an infrared. I didn't say anything to him or even make eye contact. I just initiated an infrared sync while he was looking away, and he didn't notice the notification on the Palm Pilot that somebody was syncing data with him. And that basically gave me everything on his Palm Pilot on my wristwatch to browse at my leisure, which was a major invasion of privacy, but there's just no consideration given to the possibility that somebody would steal your Palm Pilot data. So I sit there scrolling through his contacts and notes and shit, and it's really weird shit I've never seen before about like elders and quorums and shit. And I only found out later that he was a Mormon, and all that shit was like Mormon language. And that was my first exposure to Mormonism, was playing James Bond and hijacking the data from a dude's Palm Pilot. I was so fucking weirded out. I didn't know that there was millions of people who believed that. I thought I just stumbled across a crazy man. Although really the difference is just a question of numbers. I guess anything's crazy when you're first exposed to it, though. Like, you can tell somebody who's never heard anything about quantum physics, about like spooky action at distance, and like, you're yanking my chain. There's no way matter behaves like that. That's Looney Tunes. That's how a lot of physicists reacted to it, and they thought that it must be nonsense. They thought, like, physicists laugh at a lot of shit before it's accepted, which a lot of cranks use to say that whatever their bullshit is, it'll be one day be accepted, and they're only being laughed at because scientists are small-minded. Sometimes that's the case, but 90% of the time it isn't. 90% of the time, whatever bullshit you think will be vindicated in the future is really just bullshit. I think Carl Sagan put it best. They laughed at Columbus, but they also laughed at Bozo the Clown. So just because scientists laugh at your idea doesn't mean that you're a persecuted martyr who will one day be vindicated. Sometimes it just means that you're wrong. Okay, now I have a little bit more living space. I immediately feel better. This is the fun part. Before your base gets huge and life gets easy. Life is incredibly fucking difficult, but you're cozy and you're under the sea and you're living on your own. Despite all the challenges. It's really cool. I really like it. I may as well build the arches now. There's not going to be one that way because there's a mountain right there. But there could be one this way. In fact, I think there will be. I feel so fucking busted back to the Stone Age here, having to build air shelters. That's what I had to do in Infinitive. I guess that's realistic though. Bucket diving was a glitch and was never supposed to be a thing you could do. Could you not be in the exact place I need to put a brick? Man, dolphins are annoying and they're not any use to me right now. I don't want to hit your baby dolphin, ma'am. Oh god damn it, I fucking hate zombies. Fucking hate you zombies, fuck you. Now to start putting the glass down. This is my roommate revving his motorcycle outside. I fucking hate that sound. He loves those bikes though. And the nice part is he has reliable transport. So unlike a certain somebody, he never begs me for rides. Certain somebody who assured me that their car was reliable when they moved in. Only for it to break down on the first day. And then now he's living in poverty, so he doesn't have the money he needs to fix it. This is going to become the listen to me bitch about my roommate show. I have one great roommate and one shitty roommate. He's a nice guy, but he just doesn't have his shit together. I mean, I guess neither do I, but he makes me look like I have my shit together, and that's saying something. Like the other day he buys something from the grocery store, I think, and he wants to put it in the fridge. And there's 3 shelves in the fridge, and the top and bottom shelves are totally clear. But I have a pizza on the middle shelf, and for some reason he decides he has to have the middle shelf. Could you move, dolphins? So he takes my pizza out and sticks it in the oven and leaves it in the oven. Not turned on. It's not keeping it hot or anything. It's just storage, so I won't find it right away. I guess he's thinking he'll eat his thing in the fridge and then he'll put my pizza back where it was, and I won't know any better, but I do. I find it. And I don't get angry. I don't yell at him, but he gets pissed at me because I interrupted his video game to ask him where he put my pizza. He acted like I was the dick. Because he died in his video game, coming to find out, like it wasn't a big deal. Like I was making a big deal out of nothing. And I didn't even make a big deal out of it. I was just like, where's my pizza? And he's like, oh, well, I put it in the oven. I'm like, well, don't move my stuff, please. You don't move people's stuff out of the fridge to put your own stuff in there, because your own stuff is not more important than other people's stuff. They got there first. And he talks in Rickyisms, so I forget exactly what he said. It was something like, "I didn't necessarily see it set put like that," which is not a sentence. He but he speaks in sort of the same corruptions of English as Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. Like he uses wise as a suffix a lot, so he'll say like, "Well, I didn't know it was that late time wise," or "I didn't know if I was going to be able to buy that part car wise." Like just adding wise to everything, if that's the topic. I guess that's not grammatically incorrect technically. Anyways, he eventually cooled down and apologized. I think he had his mother over. His mother's over all the time. He lived with her before this, and I think she must have talked him down and be like, if you want to keep living here, you should probably not piss this guy off. Because I don't have a normal arrangement with my roommates. We're not equal roommates. I take responsibility for everything because the landlady took a risk. I didn't have good credit because of my student debt. She let me rent anyway, and the deal was I'm responsible for what they do. She only deals with me because it simplifies her life. So if I want one of them out, I can ask her, and they'll be out on their ass, which is kind of nice. But it also sucks because I have to like be their mother. One of them's cool. One of them has no problems at all. The other one is like I have to be his mom, and he expects it. Mr. Mom. And I don't even get generous jiggling teats to go with it. Or I could wear maternity bras. These are weird. Because of the arch, you have to build them like this. It's not too confusing. It was confusing the first time. Sometimes it scares the shit out of me because I hear something bump on the door, but it's the Roomba. Oh, you fucking Roomba. Also, he raps. He raps all day and all night to his friends on PS3 online games, and he has this PS3 music game where you can upload your raps to, I guess. And it's generous to say that it's rapping. I mean, it's an attempt was made, and I'm just glad I'm not the roommate who has to live across the hall from him. Otherwise, I'm not the one who has to hear him rap. And we had to talk about that, about how he's like, if I had known when he signed me onto the lease that it was going to be like this. But he's on the lease now, sucker. Hope you like rapping. In quotation marks. This is just part and parcel of sharing a house, though. That's what everybody does in Portland because rent is so high. Even a lot of people I know who are tech professionals rent their rooms just to save money, and because like a shitty little studio apartment is like $1,500 now. Well, it's not $1,500. The nice ones are, but like even the shitty ones are $1,200 to $1,300. It's really stupid. It's just because of gentrification. All the renters were like, they're making big money off of this. I want to make big money too, and I don't care if anybody can pay for it. Because, well, the thing is, to them, they don't care if you specifically have a place to live, because they can replace you easily, like an employer. They just care that somebody has the money to pay what they're asking. They should be hanged, frankly. If they get greedy, they should just swing from the gallows. Because expensive rent is a big problem for everybody. A lot of people just can't afford to live now because of the wealthy people moving in their area that drives up rent prices. And the solution for everybody would be if the people renting just didn't get so greedy and charged what they were charging before. Or mass murder. That's always that's on the table, I feel. That's an immature solution to things, though. I should think that through more. You can't subsidize it because then the renters just take the subsidy money for granted and increase the rent on top of that because they know that they can count on that portion of what they're asking. Anytime you have government money involved, shit gets perverse and twisted real fast. Like insurance companies know that they can count on your health insurance to pay exorbitant, basically whatever they're asking. So they're basically taking advantage of the taxpayer by pricing everything way fucking high because everybody has to have health insurance by law. So I don't have a problem with any product as long as I'm not forced to buy it. And if we're going to do universal health care, we should be doing it the way that other civilized countries do it, which we're not currently. Obamacare is basically identical to Romney care, realize. We did not get our way with that. Nobody won. And at least we have coverage. Everybody has coverage, but not a lot of people can afford it. I'm getting depressed. I should talk about happy things. I don't really know any happy things though. This looks like shit. Right now, it looks like shit, but it won't. You'll see. You'll all see. You'll all float down here. Do I have any coal? No, I don't have a mine yet is the problem. I'm going to need a mine pretty soon. I guess I have plenty of bricks. I just don't have sand. Well, I have sand. No, I have a little bit of sand. I should go get sand and I should go get ore. In fact, I should put these away if I'm not going to be using them right away. Thank goodness for kelp. It's such an easy, cheap food source. Probably people who actually live underwater or on the ocean one day are going to be eating a lot of kelp, whether they like it or not, just because that's what's there. Look at that. That's going to be in a lot of space. That's how much you need for a cluster of like 8 trees, though. You put them in sort of a circle with one in the middle, and they're just far enough apart that they grow properly. I've done this before. This ain't my first rodeo. I gotta say, the best part of VR is 3D that doesn't suck. It actually looks natural because you have a display for each eye. I just wish the Rift had optics as good as the Oculus Go. Because the Oculus Go looks beautiful inside there. It doesn't have the weird overlap effect. Can't wait for Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is going to be the one to get. It's like an Oculus Go, but you don't miss anything. It has positional for the hand controllers and the headset. It's basically a Rift, but you don't need PC at all, and the graphics are a little bit worse. It'll be good enough. But a lot of the Rift games are just adapted Gear VR games anyway, so for a lot of games you won't be able to tell the difference. Okay. I guess I need coal. Fuck. God damn it. I don't want to make you watch me mine. Unless you're into that for some weird reason, you freak. Redstone that I don't need. Awesome. I should do something with it. As you can imagine, having wiring in an underwater base that's prone to leaks when you modify it is suboptimal. I wonder if I'm a shitty roommate, don't know it. No one has ever told me that. If I have one good quality I can point to that's consistent, I would say I'm aggressively reasonable. Like, I never want to be the person who's the cause of the problem. Partially from being a spurg who has had a lot of therapy, and partially because of that other thing. I just don't I get angry, but I don't raise my voice or you become impolite. What the fuck is this? Is this lava? Under a layer of water? Why? That's not... How can that be? Oh, wow, you can see lava through rock now. Uh-oh. I want lava, not lava rocks. Magma block. What the fuck? That's a thing now? I'm hitting a jackpot here. Let me see if I can go... Let me see if I can use this as fuel. It's a block of solidified magma. Maybe it's still hot. Maybe I can use this as fuel. If so, I don't need buckets of lava anymore. This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Which should say a lot about my life. Put one of these in there. And put... No, you can't. You can't put those in there. What are they for then? What do I do with these? What do I do with magma blocks? I'm going to keep them just in case they're useful for something. What's this? What's this? What are these particles? I need to find lava. No, I need it to be... I need it to remain lava. Why does there have to be water on top of where I'm getting my lava from? Oh, life is so hard. Oh, obsidian, awesome. If I can get some obsidian, I can make my nether portal. That's going to be a big step forward. That'll be a big step forward. And in fact, if I can find a way to access this lava without solidifying all of it, then I've solved my fuel problems entirely. It's boiling water. How come this doesn't hurt me? It does hurt me. It does hurt me. Okay. Well, that makes sense. How come it stopped? This is so confusing. This is all so new to me. So sexy and new and fresh. A new fragrance for 2018. I love when they say that in ads. Like, what, I can't use your product next year? Why would I buy it then? If it's specifically for this year. Ouch. Okay, let's try this. And let's try to burrow it away. Yes, there is solid lava down there. I mean, not solid, but liquid. Liquid lava. Oh, no! Oh, god damn it. Right when I find lava. Ow, that fucking hurts. Okay, watch this. Watch how long this takes. Oh, what the fuck? Anyways, now I can use my buckets. Yes! This is not the ideal lava source I was looking for, but it's a lava source. At least for a little while until I fuck this up. I'm going to have an easy source of fuel. Watch. I'm going to keep these. I'm going to go ahead and keep these. Actually, I'm going to use one just to show you. It's a huge waste because of how much that could have made, but whatever. Found lava. Found lava. Found lava. Any trees? No trees. How come no trees? How come no trees? Can you do science in this game? Could you like do experiments to figure out how, like, what the rules of the game are? And then reverse engineer the source code from it? That's kind of what scientists are trying to do to the universe, isn't it? See how little of the fuel was used by smelting so far? That's how energy dense lava is. It sucks that I found it over here, though. I want some lava at my new base, but I need a... First, I need there to be a mine for that. Watch me finally get a mine going, and then... It's fucking, I, like, burrow straight down into lava. Let's just put this here, just so that it's not wasted. Anyways, that's what lava does. I think that's it for this time. I'm over time. I really want to play more. But I'm going to harvest some sand next time and try to finish that dome. And once the dome is finished, I'm going to build a mining module off of one side of it and get to mining and hopefully find another lava lake.